Dude, finally. So again, I'm one of the like 7 people on the planet who has Windows 11, and they finally updated it so that on my second monitor it also shows the time on the like the bar. Because like Windows 10 did that, and then like I upgraded to Windows 11. It's like, no, only one monitor gets the time. Fuck you.
It should just be like standard for even Windows 10.
Well, yeah, you would think, right? But like Windows 11 comes out, and they're just like, I don't know, man. We ain't got the technology for time on both monitors. Like, what do you think this is? But they figured it out, luckily, and now I can look over there and see the time, or I can look over there and see the time. It's good. Now maybe I won't get lost.
First world problems
in the sauce playing video games, being like, well, I can't see the time anymore, so I guess time just stands still. I'll play Elden Ring until I die.
Oh man,
dude, I was shocked to hear you put 50 hours into it so far.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game. It's a lot of game there, Brian. I don't know how far I'm in, but I don't think I'm all that far. So. But well, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like keep pace with a lot of other like Steam friends because I've got one friend who's I think like at 80 hours into the game so far.
Damn.
But yeah, game's fun, and that's all I'll say about it for now.
Listen, any game that puts that takes 50 hours of your life, it better be fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's just genuinely nice to have a game that like I want to put that amount of time into in a relatively short span. Because you guys know how I am with games. Usually, it's just like, oh, I'll play a little bit of this game and then I'll bounce to another one and then bounce to another one. And then I don't even know where I'm at anymore. So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of plugging in 50 hours, that's for all you guys who've been watching us, because, we've kind of been doing it for hours, and, we're on episode 53, so, it's there. Anyways, hey, everyone, the bar's open.
Okay.
You see how I did that?
It was a long walk, but we got there. Okay.
That's way more than 50 hours.
Well, I mean, like, each of our podcasts is like an hour. There's 53 episodes. So it's like, you put 53... What do you mean? You put 53 hours into the show.
It's been more than that. It's been more than that. Dude, I think our FromSoft podcast was like 2 hours long.
2 hours.
Okay. Well,
we have a lot of hour and a halves.
A lot of hour and a half.
Okay, well... Detail, whatever, minutes. Anyways, hey everybody, I'm your bartender, Brian. This is the most wackiest intro ever, but hey, if you've been supporting us...
This is the wackiest intro? Like, what kind of fucking podcast is this?
Talking about time?
Like the fucking, like, Wiggles podcast? Like, hey, kids! Wanna get wacky?
But if you've been listening at home on like Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that stuff, thanks for listening. Also, if you have noticed on our iTunes, some of the icons have been changing. It's a work in progress. I'm battling with Apple.
Good time. That'll happen.
But anyways, how you boys doing tonight?
Good. Hello, I am Mike, and I am not wearing my gunner glasses right now. So if my eyes start bleeding, it's because of the harsh blue light of my screen.
I'm angry. I'm very angry. I'm very mad right now. Actually, I'm very mad. Very mad.
I'm mad. I'm very mad.
Because you guys might remember. You guys might not remember. But it's been seeping in the back of my mind now ever since it happened, and it's been just like aging like a fine fucking wine for what is making me angry. And it's when on Friday, a few Fridays ago, maybe about a month of a Friday ago, on a Friday.
About a week ago. Sorry.
Brian had told me, thanks for stopping by on a Friday stream.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And it's just as one of the main guys, it hurts, right? It hurts for being like, hey man, thanks for stopping by. It's like, stop. I am here. I am a person. I am involved.
Was this when you guys were playing Don't Starve?
Yeah.
This was a Friday stream. You were here too, Mikey. We were playing a bunch of Jackbox games at that time. And,
because you were leaving.
And you guys also after, and he said, thanks for stopping by. And to this day, it just hurts because...
Hold on.
I'm Vanna White. Think about it for a second.
Hold on. No,
I'm
wait.
Vanna White.
There's a hole in this story because the one you're talking about, that was a Tuesday stream. That was not a Friday stream.
Oh, that was
Your
a Tuesday
days
stream.
are wrong, sir.
So
Objection.
I got
Phoenix
so
Wright.
angry I forgot what day of the week it was.
And see, well, but usually you're not there for Tuesday streams. So in that scenario, were you not just stopping by?
I was not. Because I attend. I'm here. And here's the thing. Listen, I'm Vanna White. All right? Listen, I'm Vanna White.
Yeah, you're Vanna White. Okay. You always say this every single time we have any disagreement. You know what Akira says? Audience, I'm just going to say it right now. He says, I'm Vanna White.
Pretend that your partner in crime for 60 plus years, maybe not that long, but for 40 years, your partner in crime, you've been doing this with them. And Pat Sajak is a gem of a human being, and I know he would never do this to Vanna. But at the end of the episode of Wheel of Fortune, he looks at Vanna and then he says, well, thanks for stopping by. After 40 years, don't you think that's like, whoa! You know what I mean?
But
Also, just another thing.
Yeah.
I do love, because like the stream was the first BOP stream we had. It was February 1st, so it's literally been over a month that this has been festering.
It's just
man.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I've made mistakes. Made some bad calls.
Listen,
haven't we all?
We had a whole episode about how I just say random bullshit. So like I can't help what my mouth just produces.
I love it. It hurts my feelings, but I love it.
Brian, actually, we're still not certain if he actually does know English. It's just that sometimes the noises he makes happen to make a cohesive sentence. It doesn't always happen, but every once in a while you'll be like, wait, no, that was a thing. He said a thing.
They give me a little treat then, every time I do a good job.
Well, I digress because I think I've made myself perfectly redundant. Okay, this is like.
You sure did. Vanna.
Oh, by the way, this is Oktar, by the way, everyone. That was the longest intro for your name.
Dude.
He made it perfectly clear. He is Vanna White, okay?
I'm Vanna White. In the scenario, I wish I was half the person Vanna White is, but I'm just in the scenario, I'm just Vanna White in a scenario.
Yeah, okay.
So
well, you're Vanna White in my eyes.
I'm just going to come out and say it because I'm a hermit. Who's Vanna White?
Bro,
really?
Bro, Wheel of Fortune, Pat
You've never
Sajak,
watched
Vanna
Wheel of
White.
Fortune?
I never knew her name. Oh, okay.
They say it every episode.
Every episode.
I never sat down and watched a whole episode.
You've never watched America's Game?
I mean, like, I've seen, like, parts of, like, beginnings and ends, never, like, a whole entire
Bro,
episode.
you need to start from
it's 20
episode 1 and start catching up. The fucking... Everyone's talking about One Piece. Fucking watch Wheel of Fortune from beginning to now. It is insane.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
insane. Dude,
it's a game show. Where's the plot?
the story is... Where's the plot?
Wow.
Spoken like someone who's never seen a full episode.
There's
There's plenty of plot there. And you know what's cool? It's one of those shows where the characters actually age as the show goes on. I've always liked that. It's not like that Simpsons bullshit where they say the same age. Like, you see Pat Sajak age, you see Vanna White age, you see the struggles they go through, the character arcs. Oh, bro, the character arcs.
There's character arcs. And honestly, I will say Pat Sajak has aged like a fine wine, but I will just Vanna White hasn't aged a year. She may have aged a day, but not a year.
I am not unconvinced that she may have made some sort of deal with a demonic presence of some sort, be it the devil or whatever.
Some crossroads.
She looks good though.
Shit.
I think. Yeah. She looks good.
She's found the fountain of youth, and I want a sip from the youth fountain. Just a sip.
Just a little sip. Just tide me over,
Just to hear some ASMR. Just.
If I could just turn that clock back, just like 4 years. Like, I'll be 25 again. Well, let's be 25. 25 sounds good.
Make it 9 for me. No.
Wait, 9 years old?
Yeah. Make me 9 years old again
9
with
years
the
old.
brain that I have now. Can you imagine how many people would
talking to
freak
Brian
out?
about this, about like how I would love to be able to New Game Plus it and just go back to my childhood with all my knowledge and everything. That'd be
Freak
rad.
everyone out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You start
man.
calling shit out about people's lives, they're just like, oh my god.
Oh,
How does
man.
he know?
I would just like, it would just be funny just being in school at that point too. Just being able to just blow past everything and everyone's looking at you like, this is the
I'll
next
snort
prodigy.
the teachers.
Oh man, have actual, like, at 9 years old, having philosophical discussions between you and the teacher, and the students are just like, Jesus.
Well, see, like, this is why I always take it very seriously whenever one of my friends is like, bro, you gotta invest in this thing. Because, like, there's always that off chance that I'm like, what if they're from the future? Or what if they've seen in the future and they just know, right? Because, like, that would be me. If I could New Game Plus it, at some point I'd be telling all my friends, like, yo, I got Bitcoin. Like, just get some Bitcoin. Just invest. Just do it. Just do it. You'll thank me later.
Oh, I'm not from the future, but I wasn't far off.
Well, I just want you to know I take all that stuff very seriously because there's always a chance you were from the future. I don't know. I mean, it could be.
I love how there's always a chance he could be right. No, there's always a chance he's from the future, not that he's right.
Yeah, maybe it's the future. Well, because, like, I mean, who knows? Like, there's smarter investments than others, but you never know which way the tides are going to turn with that stuff. So if someone's like that confident, I'm just like, the motherfucker has seen into the future. Like,
He sees something.
there's that part of me like
figured
there
something
might
out.
be inside trading happening here. I don't know. I'm not going to ask those questions. Like,
Yeah, I with you when it came for like the investment, I went like almost full Rain Man on you. Like,
you really did. But it was nice getting like daily updates from you. Like, you'd call me and like tell me how things are going. It's like, oh, this is nice.
the numbers,
Like,
they just make sense. The numbers
Aktar's
make
over
sense.
there
If
like
you
you're
don't see the
trying to
numbers.
find a way to like get us to make money, and I'm just in there like, it's just nice talking to my friend.
Akira's, like,
He's excited
numbers
about
floating.
something. I'm excited about something now. Like, it's fun that we're excited about something together. It's nice. To completely derail the conversation, I just need to mention this. So I the other day I was just hanging out, sitting out on my love sack over there. It popped in Eddie, he was just chilling.
Alright.
I was on Hulu and I saw Akira, the anime movie from 1988, and I realized that has been a huge blind spot for me forever because I've never seen it, and it's like one of the biggest anime movies of all time, and I'm like, I should probably just finally watch this goddamn movie. So I did, and my God, that was a trip. It was an absolute trip. But the funny thing is, like, if you haven't, I mean, if you watch the movie sober, it's weird as hell. If you watch it high, like, to me, I was watching this movie and like the beginning I found to be kind of hard to follow while high.
Oh,
because,
when they're like explaining all that, yeah.
So just to give the premise of Akira for people who don't know, it's an anime movie made in like 1988 that takes place in like a fictional, I think 2019 is like the year it takes place in.
Something like that.
Or something like that.
After like a World War III or
Yeah,
something.
after a fictional World War III, and it takes place, in Japan, and like, things aren't post-apocalyptic per se, but it's kind of dystopian. Like it seems like the world's not in a very good state, and like Japan
It's
seems to
kind
be
of
overrun by like
poverty-looking.
like biker gangs everywhere.
Yeah.
And like the main characters you follow are a part of their own like biker gang, but it's
sorry, go on.
no, you go on.
I was gonna say that the main character, all he cares about is girls. All he cares about.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
sure. That and his bike.
Yeah, especially his bike.
But that's kind of the funny thing about the movie is like I expected it to be more character driven than it was, because like you actually, especially in the beginning, you don't really spend a lot of time with these characters before like plot starts happening. Yeah, and to me that was what was kind of confusing, because like, you know, these characters get into scuffles with like other bike gangs and stuff, and you're like, okay, wait, who am I following?
Which
like,
were cool as shit.
Very cool, but it's a good thing like I've seen stuff from this movie before, and like, you know, saw like the guy on the poster and stuff, because otherwise I'm like, who is the main character here? Because there's a lot of characters happening, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, because it bounces between the two boys all the time. Like,
because like the main characters are Kameda, is that the main guy's
something
name?
like that, yeah.
And then Tetsuo.
Kameda, and then like
Tetsuo is the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're following those, but then like strangely, I would even say there's like a third one, which would be that Colonel dude, because you kind of follow his like kind of story through all of it, through a lot. I don't know, but that's just maybe me. But
the so really what it comes down to is Tetsuo is I assume to be like a younger person than Kameda, or at the very least he's like
like a little bit
the kid who keeps like fucking up, and Kameda always has to come in and save him on all that stuff.
Yeah, he always has to be saved, and
yeah. But in the midst of all this, like there's one scene where Tetsuo, does he steal Kameda's motorcycle or something?
Oh. Well, he if I remember, he does it twice. You talking about like in the beginning or at the end?
Well, in the beginning, because like at some point he him and this girl like take Kameda's bike, and they're trying to like just like leave town or whatever, but he ends up getting chased by other like biker gang dudes, and then like a creepy like old little child walks out in the middle of the road, and then, you know, his bike explodes and stuff, and Tetsuo has to go to the hospital.
Which in that part when he just fucking mollywops that one biker with the like pipe, God, that scene always is just so painful. Like just hearing that, just bam.
Well, that's something I wanted. Like, you know, again, this is an older movie, but I thought the animation was incredible. Like, it still held up really well. It was very fluid, very fun to watch.
But like the whole like an older Disney. Kind of.
Yeah, totally. And like the whole thing about this movie, like clearly it's supposed to be a commentary on like nuclear war and like, you know, the morality and stuff surrounding that. But like also it gets like really interesting later on, because like I'm not gonna summarize the whole movie, but Tetsuo gets into this accident. He goes into the hospital. Some weird scientist guy is like seeing his brainwaves, and it's like, well, this is kind of match up to like Akira or whatever. You keep hearing this name Akira, and you're like, who the fuck? Like, what the fuck is that? But it turns out, like, I guess there's this government organization that is and has been like tapping into like psychic potential of like human beings. And that's kind of like the main plot of the movie, because Tetsuo ends up, you know, getting these like psychic powers, and he goes like completely power hungry with it. Right?
Oh my God!
He's always been this like fucking weakling, and then suddenly he's like, I'm just gonna fucking kill anybody. So like one of the first
that scene. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say one of the first things that like reminded me of another anime is like there's literally a scene where Tetsuo is like escaping the lab or hospital he was in, but he has his psychic powers and he's just kind of bulldozing through people. And I'm like, this is the opening of Elfenlied. This is literally the opening of Elfenlied. Like, like I've seen this before. And I was just like, holy shit. It was rad as hell, though.
That whole like section, I really kind of like it, because you just see this, I don't know, this character just get kind of drunk on his power. And just that he's just like, I don't need to be protected anymore. I will do the protecting. It's like, oh. Right. But sorry.
Yeah. And I know like Octar hasn't seen it, so I don't want to talk too much about the ending, but it just gets like wilder from there out, and it has like commentary on like potentially reaching like a state of transcendence and godhood almost, and like leaving your physical form behind, and like it just shit gets so out there. But it's funny because like the ending, again, me in my high state, I'm like, I totally get what they're going for here. Like all the crazy weird shit that most people are like, yeah, that movie goes places. It kind of lost me. I'm like, no, not now. The movie has found me. Like I connected what's happening here at the end.
I'm here, baby.
The beginning, I was like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be following here. It's a little confusing. But like the ending, I'm like, oh, okay, same page. You got it. Anyway, it's a cool movie, worth a watch if you haven't seen it, or worth a rewatch if you have.
I've never watched it high. I should try that.
You should. The ending, like it hits hard, like when you're watching that in an altered state of mind. Also,
I could see it,
there's
especially like when it's
so one of the things. So again, because I was watching this and saying like, oh, I wonder if like Akira Toriyama got inspiration from this movie for DBZ, because obviously Dragon Ball started before Akira came out, but DBZ started around like 1989, so like a year after Akira. And like I'm looking at Tetsuo, huge forehead and like kind of like spiky hair, and I'm like, that kind of reminds me of Vegeta, especially like the way he's acting and just like he's so like proud, even though he's got like Komeda constantly one-upping him all the time. He's like, no, fuck you, I don't need you to fucking do it. I'm a big man, you know. I'm like, there's like total Vegeta vibes coming off of him. There's a scene.
He has to have a cape.
Yeah, he gives himself a cape at some point. There's a scene where, well, I won't say what's in the contraption, but there's a contraption that's holding some very important things in it, and like the design of it, it looks just, to me, it looked just like a Saiyan space pod.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes,
like it looked just like. I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. So it's just cool watching this movie and seeing all this stuff that like clearly was a huge inspiration for so many things that came after it.
Well, like, hell, man, Matrix pulled from it with, like, especially like its message, and, like, fuck, Ghost in the Shell with, like, the scene always reminds me is when Tetsuo's getting, like, examined, and he's, like, floating there, you got all those machines, like, every time I see that, I'm like... The
rings just kind of scanning him as it goes around,
yep.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Every time I see that, I'm like, that reminds me of, like, especially, like, in the first movie, and, like, kind of a few other ones, when they always introduce Major, she's always in, like, that kind of contraption kind of thing, and I'm just like, Ghost in the Shell, right there. And obvious other things too, which, you know, won't try to spoil. But it's Akira. Sorry, I keep saying the not correct way. It heavy influenced a lot of media, and it's well deserved. It's really well put together. Really well put together.
Yeah, it's a rad movie for sure. I really, really enjoyed it. And like to me, it's like right in that era of like late 80s, early 90s anime. That's like my favorite era ever. So
right.
It hit really hard.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I haven't watched it, but from what it sounds like, it did more in 2 hours than what a lot of other animes have done in like 5 seasons.
Is it 2 hours?
It does. Yeah, it is 2 hours. I'm pretty sure, or just about.
Oh, okay. Okay. To me, it never felt like it.
No. It flies by because like again, and that's what I was like saying earlier, and part of why it's confusing is like by the end of the movie, again, like I totally got it. I understood all the characters and stuff like that, but like through most of it, I'm just like so much stuff's happening that I'm just like, well, okay, I'm trying to like keep everything straight of like who's who, what's doing what, and all this stuff. Yeah. Because it's not like there's like that many characters. It's just that like so much plot is happening, and then you got weird wrinkly child, and you're like, what's his deal? And like, so much.
It definitely doesn't
stuff.
like. It doesn't flesh out characters. I'll be honest, at least from what I remember, maybe not much at all. I think it just like kind of gives you bare basics of character and says, all right, they're moving with plot.
Yeah, well, and you hear the meme all the time of. Tetsuo and Kameda just like shouting each other's names because like half their dialogue is just like Tetsuo, Kameda, like, just shouting at each
other. Literally every time.
I will say just I won't say the outcome of anything, but towards the end, like they have a fight where it's Tetsuo with his fucking like insanely powerful psychic powers, and then Kameda's got like a laser gun that he's like shooting. I'm like, Tetsuo!
He's doing flips and shit.
Yeah. Like, and it's so funny because like at this point, like Tetsuo has made short work of like anything that's coming in his way, and then fucking Kameda comes in like, yeah, fuck you, man. I knew you when you were shit. It's just it reminded me so much of you two, genuinely, because like one of you gets like godlike psychic powers, and the other one's like, fuck that guy. He thinks he's tough shit. No, I knew you when you were nothing. I'm gonna beat you with the laser gun.
That's how me and Octar are gonna go out. We're gonna go out fighting each other.
Octar, Brian!
It's gonna be raining. We'll be crying as we're doing it.
Yeah, it's a cool movie. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, I haven't. Man, it's been a few years since I've seen that movie, but yeah, it's good shit. I kind of forget how old that movie is. Man, it's older than me. Wow.
It's older than all of us. What do you mean?
All of us, yeah.
We're older than you, Brian. What?
Yeah, I forget that.
Dude.
I like to think that sometimes we're like in the same like age, but I realize that we're not. You guys are 1 year, you almost a year-ish, right? Because you guys are like kind of at the end.
Mikey, don't say anything. Don't say anything, Mikey. Just let him.
No, come on. We're not doing this again. This is like when I couldn't pronounce that one word. I don't even know what the word was. And no, I'm not going to figure that out too.
You don't need to figure out the word. You just need to figure out the amount.
Okay, well,
number.
So wait. If in November 92, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is stupid.
Do math. Do math on this.
So if your birthday is in June, ours is in November.
Yeah. So December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So only 7 months. Yeah. Yeah, okay, well there you go. It's only 7 months.
Yeah, but you were born in 93. Oh. 92 is where it's at, man. That was Year of the Monkey.
Well, I'm not a monkey. I'm a chicken.
Now.
Chicken.
What was ours? The Year of the Dragon?
No, his Year of the Monkey was 92, I'm pretty sure.
Year of the Monkey? Oh, okay. Good.
Isn't like 95 or 96 the dragon?
I don't know. It rotates.
Yeah. Well, each year is like a new thing. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it cycles between like 25 animals, right? Or something.
Yeah, there's a pool of animals in the Chinese zodiac, and every year, I don't know, they cycle through them. I know quite recall how it works.
Tiger is one.
Yeah, no, I do think it's funny that there are like genuinely like rad ass animals, and even like a dragon in it. And so like year of the chicken, year of soggy tadpole.
Rat. I feel bad whoever gets the rat.
No.
Oh, I'm the year.
What do you mean?
Rat.
Rats are some of the most insanely intelligent, resourceful, and communicative animals in the animal kingdom.
Yeah, but they die a lot from experiments.
No, they don't. Those are mice,
dude,
not rats.
Well, honestly, like, it makes me wonder. Like, I'm pretty sure that rats, like in terms of like killing humans, they probably have like the highest kill count of humans. Because you factor in like the bubonic plague and all the illnesses. Like, rats are like our number one predator when you really think about it.
Dude, rats are freaking smart, and they can fit no matter how fat a rat is. It'll fit through anything. It'll fit through. It'll get there.
No.
It'll find a way.
It's like a cat. Like it'll just turn into liquid and just kind of go through.
I'll tell you one other thing, guys. They are damn good chefs. All right, they are damn good chefs.
I love that movie. Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that movie.
Oh, are you talking about Ratatouille, the greatest movie ever?
I love that movie.
Film to ever grace my eyeballs. That's Ratatouille.
Yes! That Ratatouille.
I love it.
Voiced by the legendary Patton Oswalt. That Ratatouille. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Damn, I shouldn't have went that hard. Fake fan.
Oh man.
It's a good movie, man. He's a little chef who wants to cook, but his dad doesn't like it, and so he gets shot by an old lady and leaves for the big city and meets a man who wants to kill him, but instead they find friendship, and their friendship is through cooking.
You understand that also the chef, the quote unquote bad guy of the movie, isn't actually really that bad of a person.
The little like angry
he just doesn't want rats to invade a restaurant, which is like that's what any good head chef should do. Like
True.
Any good chef should.
That's just like health code, you know. Like you can't fuck around with that. Like they'll shut you down, you know.
He's supposed to do that. You're supposed to,
Yeah, but he was a cooking man. He just wanted to sell Gusto. Because he wanted to sell Gusto's stuff and make little microwavable bullshit. He didn't care about cooking. It was just money.
He wanted to immortalize his friend. Okay, I see.
He didn't want to immortalize. He wanted to sell his friend out because he knew his name had money. That's not immortalizing. It's taking advantage of it.
How?
No.
Even if he wasn't making it was saving his restaurant. By the way, it was saving Gusto's restaurant.
He didn't care about it. He if the restaurant fell under, he wouldn't have cared as long as he had those little frozen things. That's why. That's why Lemire, if I remember his name, was like, "No, we're gonna save it," and they did. But then it got shut down.
My favorite water corn dogs.
Yeah. A good movie, man. I love it. Bought that shit. That's how much I love it. Bought it. I own it.
Brian, you buy a
Kissed it
lot of
every night.
movies. That's not really.
Yeah,
a
I was gonna
statement.
say, not really that surprised.
Like the only criteria there needs to be for you to buy movies, like, is it on a good sale? I don't know, but
I mean, well, listen. I do it so my friends can use my stuff. Use my shit, please.
It's genuinely, it's nice. It's kind. You do it through, like, it's altruism. The reason you do it, and I appreciate that. But like, bro, you bought the Green Lantern movie, like.
Yeah,
I did for my father.
I know, and again, like I appreciate that. I get it,
Well,
but like, you spent money on Green Lantern.
I
starring
know.
Ryan Reynolds.
I bought that in Cowboys and Aliens. I know. Well, I only did it because we were trying to get rid of our cable, and my mom's like, "Hey, well, he only watches these 2 fucking movies on like cable over and over."
It's like, doesn't
Dude, these 2 movies he's a happy man.
I pay $200 a month for cable so I can watch Green Lantern and Cowboys vs. Aliens.
I'm a happy man with
things
those
in
2.
life.
Well, literally, so I'm just like, this is insane. I'm gonna buy them for cheap on my Apple TV, and he can watch them when he wants. So those 2 movies are sitting on my Apple account, and I guess soon The Village at one point, because I know you'll want to watch that.
Brian has threatened to murder me for how I have not used a single subscription.
Yes, I give you the world, and you backhand me.
I don't backhand you. I get anxiety. I don't know what you want from
what?
me.
The ability to have fun and watch what you
makes
want?
me
So you
nervous,
don't watch
dude.
Hateful Eight for the 30th fucking time this week?
If it's too good to be true, it probably is.
What do you mean it's free?
If it's too good to be true, what did I just say?
Akira, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen if you start using any of these streaming services? Or like, what is the worst case scenario that you're afraid of that's stopping you from doing it?
Dude, I'm so. What if I don't stop? What if I don't stop?
That's great.
You'll stop.
Keep
I just
using it.
don't stop.
You're a responsible person. You got to give yourself more credit than that. you bought Elden Ring and have managed to not touch it to this day because you got stuff going on and you're a responsible person.
God, I don't know. Well, the other reason I think I told you this on the phone. I get nervous starting
hate
new
me.
things during the weekdays for whatever
Sure.
reason. Like I don't know why that is, and I might not be the only one, honestly, in that case. But like I get extreme nervous and extreme anxiety starting something new during the weekdays, no matter what it is. But like the weekend, that's all my time. Like, well, the other thing is just because I'm so scared during the weekdays to get so sucked into it, where I look at the clock and it's like, oh, all right, yeah, 2 hours
okay.
before I gotta leave for work now. Awesome.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm definitely more comfortable and doing new things during the weekends, and that's the only issue too. Like, people will see me like playing, like, for example, Monster Hunter, right, on weekdays, and then you'll see me like doing some new weird shit during the weekends, and that's just like the only 2 games you're gonna see me play for the next year.
There's Akira doing that new weird shit again.
Like,
Saturday
what
and
is this?
Sunday never fails doing weird new shit.
Playing 2K16? What the hell?
Dude, that actually, that kind of shocked me. Some of the games I would see you play, I'm like, what, he plays that?
What games
I
have you
didn't know
seen
he
me
plays
play?
2K?
Oh no, that's my brother, by the way, who's playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's mostly just 2K. There was something else too. I can't. I'm gonna go through your games.
Pull it out. Yeah. Let's go deep.
I did find it funny because like after you explained it to me, it made sense. But I did find it funny that like you bought Elden Ring. Like there was I think it was a night we were recording. You're like afterwards, like, dude, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna play this game. It's gonna be great. And then it's like Monster Hunter. I'm just like,
Yeah. Well that night, because I remember I had like the thing at like with people who were like supposed to leave at 11.
yeah.
Like I started playing, and that was Saturday, right? That was Saturday. 11 p.m.
Yeah,
Saturday.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just get in the groove at that point. You're just like, you know that feeling when you play a video game, that feeling. And And then Sunday happened, and I'm like, well, I fucked myself over on this one. I really shat the toast here.
Shat the toast.
What?
It's a new one, man. I'm not sure I heard that one before.
You never heard of it? It's like
dictionary.
Instead of using toilet paper, you accidentally use toast.
How do you
How do you
accidentally wipe your ass with toast? Can you walk me through this, please?
That's how bad I mucked it up. That's what I'm saying. That's how bad I mucked it up.
Why is there toast in this situation? In what scenario are you sitting there like in the bathroom like, oh, toast
with a toaster? You tell me there's only one scenario. You have a toaster in the bathroom with you.
I can agree.
like fully like planning to fucking murder himself in the bathtub with a toaster. He's like, I gotta take a shit first. I can't fucking kill myself on a fucking. I'm gonna poo everywhere. Just sitting on the toilet. He's got this like toaster. He's like, oh, I'm here gonna make some toast.
I may as well make toast.
Next thing, he forgets why he's even there. He gets the toast. He's wiping his ass with it. And he's like, oh man.
Oh fuck.
Here I was planning to kill myself, and what do? I wipe my ass with toast again. Classic Oktar, really. I just every time.
You just can't get enough of it, you know. Oh, you just see like Brian outside the door, just like Oktar, like in like a sitcom or something.
Door wide open, I'm just standing there.
The studio laugh track.
Holy shit! Oh, that's good.
Was there another topic we were supposed to talk about today?
Our favorite Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah, it's like the title of. Well, I guess fuck. Now I really set myself up for the YouTube. Well, the title of the stream, Rock the Dragon. So yeah, we were talking. Yeah, I was messaging them and had an idea of let's talk about some of our favorite Dragon Ball games.
Who are you messaging?
You two. Who else do I talk to? You act as if
I don't know who people. Them is, so them can
you. Who do you think the viewers think I'm talking about? They don't know I have other friends. I don't.
Them can mean literally anyone else but me and Mikey. Actually.
Okay, I was talking to the boys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
About what were some of their favorite DBZ games from from the past. We just talk about it.
Yeah, which is funny too because like I don't know if anything's changed, but I do remember like a while back there was in the Guinness Book of World Records, DBZ was in there for like franchise with the most video games.
Jesus Christ!
Like,
oh my god!
And they're including shit like Mario in that too, and somehow. Because like, there are a lot of Dragon Ball games.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot.
There's a lot.
Going, back since, I guess, early, mid-'80s.
Since the original. Like the original Ocean dub. Since the original Ocean dub, they've been just like, let's fucking make games.
It's quite a lot of them. Unfortunately, I would venture and say 75% of them are garbage. A lot of really bad Dragon Ball games.
Damn.
That's a safe bet. That's a safe bet.
Yeah, and there are some really excellent ones too. But there's a lot of terrible Dragon Ball games. But
But
wait, like what?
I was gonna say like fucking what is it? Ultimate Bout.
Final Bout?
Final Bout, yeah. And it just had like the number, like what? It had like the number 12 like in the bottom right-hand corner or something. Yeah, no. Not that one. It's the one, not that Final Bout. I'm so sorry. There's another one where it has Goku in the GT Gi, but he's not Super Saiyan 4. He's just in his normal form.
Yeah, and it's adult Goku.
This is the one that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's I think a re-release case.
Oh, of that same.
It's the same game. It's
oh
the same
yeah,
game.
yeah. Okay, so you are right. Yeah, that game looks like absolute trash.
It plays like absolute trash.
I put it in one time. Oh boy!
but the cool thing about the like English dub for that game is Steve Bloom voices Goku. Who,
Ocean dub?
No, not Ocean. This wasn't any dub group that did the voice of that game. It's just like other voice actors. So like Steve Bloom does Goku, who is Spike Spiegel, is probably his other most famous role.
Oh wow!
So it's like interesting hearing like those voices in that game. kind of weird.
What's your favorite?
It's a ride.
Before we start this topic, your favorite Goku quote? Go. Just.
Oh.
Doesn't matter where.
If I don't, who will?
Okay, that's a good one. It's a good one.
I don't.
It's a strong one.
No, man. So many.
Mike's really. You're really.
He's really going through the library.
I don't know. I can tell you my favorite Goku moment. I think it's the first thing that pops into my head is when he sees Grandpa Gohan again at the Baba tournament.
Oh yeah, that was so. Oh.
And there's a scene in Dragon Ball Super when they're resurrecting Frieza for the Tournament of Power. Baba is bringing Frieza back to the living world, and Goku's waiting, and he's like re-going through the fight he had with Grandpa Gohan as he's waiting.
Yep.
And it's
he's
such
doing
a
the
beautiful
same kata.
moment. Yeah.
He's doing the same exact kata as. Yeah, dude. God damn.
It's really good.
So good. Shit. You had to throw down some really heartfelt moments. I was about to fucking shit on this really badly.
Do it.
Just do it.
Shit on.
Do it.
It's the one with the ocean dub when Goku is finally Super Saiyan and he's chasing down Frieza on Namek. No, it's actually not the ocean dub. It's the Sean Schemmel dub.
Mm-hmm.
And Goku's chasing down Frieza. And it's the first time and you hear Sean Schemmel, "Hey, yo!" as he's chasing Frieza down as he's Super Saiyan anger. Oh. It totally takes you out of like how just angry of a person Goku was during that Super Saiyan phase, and there's just like we need to
draw back.
We need to get that away. Like we gotta cut that.
It's funny too, like how many different. I know we're kind of getting off track here, but there are so many different dubs of that fucking show, and just like English dubs. Like there was. Like the ocean dub, obviously, there was what was called the Big Green dub. People call it that because they called Piccolo Big Green.
Big Green.
Big Green. Yep. When Funimation took over, they had their original dub that started like during fighting like the Ginyu Force onwards. It was Funimation because before that point it was all just ocean dub. So like Saiyan Saga up to like that part in the Namek Saga. And then they went back when they started doing DBZ Uncut and airing that, where Funimation, dubbed the Saiyan arc and the point up to the Ginyu Force that they never dubbed before. And then going forward, I think for the rest of the Namek arc, some of the actors decided to redub their lines, but others didn't. So like. Chris Sabat and Sonny Strait, I know, were two of the ones who were like, Chris Sabat does Vegeta, Piccolo, Yamcha, stuff like that, and Sonny Strait does Krillin, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna redo our lines, but like Sean Schemmel didn't, I don't think Stephanie Nadolny did, so you still had like old voices mixed with new voices for a while. It was really fucking weird. And then they have the Kai dub, which is, in terms of the dub, is the best one, in my opinion. That's fucking weird, man. The show has a bizarre history,
but also not just English, but like that show spans a lot of languages actually too. My favorite one, I think, is the French one.
If you're ever bored, go up online and search Super Saiyan 3 transformation in different languages, because you'll hear all the different screams, and some of them are really good. But then you'll hear some that are just like like just monotone the whole time, and then you'll see the animation like Goku really gets pumped up, and the voice is It's really fun.
It's so good, so good.
Going back to video games though, like, man, I'm talking about like the old ones. Like I don't know if it gets much better than Budokai 3. I love that game so fucking much.
Yeah. Budokai 3 is fantastic.
I have never played it.
We gotta play that sometime.
Yeah.
I've only played the first one and then a little bit of 2. I never got to finish 2. Actually,
second one was really good.
Game board.
I look back at it now. I used to hate it when it first came out, but now I look back at it and I'm like, fucking actually pretty good choice.
I'm into the game board like setup.
Yeah.
That shit
No,
was
I
cool.
love that too. I think that's a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
again, like this is also in retrospect, knowing that like all of us are so fucking sick of playing normal Raditz Taboo, that it's fun to have something to change it up. Like, well, it's a game board, and there's a lot of weird what if scenarios. Like in Budokai 2, fucking Frieza comes to Earth. Like the first time you fight Frieza, it's in like the snowy like red ribbon muscle
Red
tower
Ribbon Army area. Yep.
Yeah. And it's just like,
That-
like
oh
why?
my
I don't know.
God.
It doesn't matter. It's cool.
By the way,
Yeah.
that game also like was one of those the first game to just fuck around with what if transformations like Goku or
Oh yeah, the fusions. Yeah, Tiancha.
or Herku, or Tiancha,
Yeah.
or Yamien, whatever.
all
because
the
depending on
fucking-
who initiated the fusion,
Yeah.
who you were playing as the fusion, that it would be different. You know.
Yeah, and then all the fucking like Super Boo absorptions you could do in
Yes.
that
Oh
game.
my god.
It was so cool, man.
It was so good.
Dude, I gotta say, like, as someone who used to love the original Budokai, I popped it in the other day. That game is so frustrating. It is so
Really bad, huh?
frustrating.
Dude, I remember the
do not like it.
combos being a nightmare.
Yeah.
At
Well,
the time, that was the best we had, though, too.
right. See, this was before they did the nice thing where you could just move the stick forward and hit the key button to do special
Yep.
moves. Otherwise, you had to do like punch, 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 and then energy to do a Kamehameha. So frustrating.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah, I
really
remember
hard too. Like I was just playing a little bit. Like I'll just do like a normal world tournament, and I just got my fucking ass handed to me. Meanwhile,
Oh my God.
I still wreck house in Budokai 3, but Budokai 1 is fucking it's brutal.
I remember you used to kick a lot of ass in fucking Raging Blast. At least like one or two. One of those, like
Probably
Jesus
both of them. I
Christ.
played both of them. I've played so many fucking Dragon Ball games.
You have.
I played through all of Ultimate Tenkaichi, Brian.
Oh.
I played it all.
You-
I
You're
hated
the
the
master.
game.
You're the
played it
master
all.
of rock paper scissors now.
Yeah.
At that point.
Sure am. Played through all the sagas. Hated the game. Played through all of it.
Oh, you mean the one that you?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gave
that
me?
one. Yeah, the one that's sullying your fucking shelves.
Mike, I have it full on display right here, just for you, buddy, just for you.
You should
Look
you
at it.
should
You
you
wanna see
shouldn't
it
even
again?
yeah
You
you
miss
should
it?
just take it out and just
You
place
miss
it
it?
like just have it like face
No,
out.
that's sagas. Why are you
Just have it.
Why are you playing? Why are you putting out sagas?
Well, because this is Mike's favorite DBZ.
No,
game.
he was literally talking about Ultimate Tenkaichi, weren't you?
He loves
I
it.
also
He
mentioned
loves it to no
Sagas, too.
end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is his
that's
Sagas.
yet another game I played all of, even though I
Oh.
despised it.
Yeah,
I forced myself to
did
play
too.
a lot of shitty games just because I really like Dragon Ball.
Just because, it's got the
There you
name
go.
and company slapped on there, and what more do you want?
Yeah.
As a kid, that is. Now we do have the gall to ask for more. We just don't get it. But
True.
Yeah. Do you guys remember? I never played the one I should have played, but the Legacy of Goku's on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I have 'em
I only
all.
played
I
the
played 'em
first
all.
one.
I played them all, and there's only 2 Legacy of Gokus. I don't know why they decided to change the name for the third one. To
Oh,
Boo's
that's
Fury.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just why didn't you? Well, he's not really leaving a legacy in that one either, though. So it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, his legacy was that he was the final, Super Saiyan. That makes sense. Okay. In the second one, his legacy is Gohan. So okay, that makes sense. And the third one, they're like, dude, this is the most shallow saga of all of the DBZ sagas. He has no legacy to leave behind. So just call it Boo's Fury. This game's about Boo, not Goku.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, really, yeah, because the fucking like Boo saga is just like Goku is back for a day just for a tournament. He gets caught up in this other shit, but whatever. He has to go back anyway.
Yeah.
Gohan fucked everything up. All right, bring Goku back. Bring Goku back. Like,
Yeah.
I remember playing the first one. I had a week of detention, and the teacher didn't care like what we would do, so I brought my Game Boy in, and that's just what I played for that week.
The first Legacy of Goku?
First Legacy of Goku in detention. It's what I did.
I
It's
still
okay. I liked it. I never got to play the second one. Everyone said the second one was a lot better.
Second one was so much better. Second one's amazing. Third one's even better than the second one actually too, which is insane. Yeah, those are top tier games, and
Yeah.
the best part about them is that they're portable, which was
yeah,
great.
and they're all
Play 'em
the other interesting thing too is they're all American made games. which you wouldn't
Are
even
they?
think of because, obviously so many of those games are Japanese. But yeah, the Legacy of Goku games are American made, which is why the music in them is like the Bruce Faulconer score from the Funimation dub.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that. That's cool as shit, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish,
Wow.
and I think, dude, we've had this conversation so many times. I do wish they did make a portable DBZ game, that kind of worked like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, where you would have the Legacy of Goku, like overworld, walking around, running around and stuff. But when you run into an enemy, it would turn into like Supersonic Warriors, like that other.
Oh
Game
my
Boy
god!
game. That would have been cool.
Yeah, because
That
like
would be
Supersonic
sick.
Warriors for like a fighting game on a Game Boy Advance, it was actually pretty good.
Really
like
solid.
I was
Really
very
solid.
Yeah.
impressed with it, and it had like
So you can,
a
fly.
a really interesting mechanic. I remember where like you could have a team of like 3 people, but you could also have like powered up forms of other characters that would take up more slots.
Yep. So you could have 3 level 1s or 2 level 2s or 1 level 3 on your team.
Yeah. And I always thought that was like a really
always-
interesting way to go about it.
It was so smart, and
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. It was that game, and it was so good that they made a second one. I'd never played the second one though.
Yeah, neither did
I wish,
I feel like I've heard people tell me it's even better, but yeah, I've never touched it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I only played the first one.
But-
'cause
but-
I think I borrowed yours, Actor.
Probably
Supersonic
did, but I-
Warriors also had like a lot of cool what if scenarios in it. I remember that being like a huge selling point for it.
Yeah.
it was awesome.
That's right.
And then, and if you didn't want to play as the what if scenarios, you have like your own, like you had Z1, Z2, and Z3, which was Z1 was the Saiyan Saga, Z2 was Frieza, and no, I'm fucking everything up. Z1 was Saiyan through Namek, then Z2 was Cell, then Z3 was Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was
that
always
a
a
solid
sucker for the games that had like what if scenarios. I think that was always so much fun. That was something I really liked about the Budokai Tenkaichi games is they had a ton of those as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was always the most exciting stuff because again you get so sick of playing the same shit over and over that it's fun when they're like, well, what happens if I don't know these characters do other different shit? Let's play around with it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the story.
Yeah.
Now let's just have fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, not touching back on that topic that you mentioned earlier, but yeah, like it's tiring of just going through the same story. Like it's something different.
Well, and just the same like story of Z as well, because it's just like there's other content to pull from. Like it's a goddamn horrible crime against humanity that we don't have like more good games based on just original Dragon Ball. Because you play a game like Kakarot, which for the most part I think is a pretty good game. I don't have too much bad to say about it. I think it probably needed a bit more time in the oven, but playing that and realizing like, man, if I had like a more open RPG set like in Dragon Ball, oh, I would eat that shit up. That would be so good because Dragon Ball's all about adventure. Like that's the thing, and it's like that'd be so great. You have your adventures, you can do your tournaments and shit. It'd be so much fun.
Give
me that game.
like a
God
Breath
damn
of
it.
the Wild.
Play
Like a Breath of the Wild.
Play Dragon Ball Advance, bro. That's another Game Boy game, and it is probably the best Dragon Ball game you will play. It's so good. Like it's literally one of the best.
Yeah, well, there are. To be fair, I know there are some like decent Dragon Ball games, but they usually are on like handhelds or like other random platforms. Like I heard, I think it's a DS game. But it seems like a really cool like turn-based RPG. It's Attack of the Saiyans, and it starts at like the 23rd World Tournament. So you fight Piccolo and all that stuff, and then it goes all the way through into the Saiyan Saga. But that game always looked really fucking rad. Never got to play it, but
I always wanted to try out the whatchamacallit, Battle for Z. I think it was on the PS Vita. I don't know if anyone knows that one.
Well, I know what you're talking
just-
about, but that was if you're talking about
It
Battle.
was also on the PS3, I think, as well. And I
Yeah,
think it
and
came
the
to
360. Because I think you and I, we played like the demo of that a whole bunch. You remember?
Maybe. Maybe. It sounds familiar.
Are you talking about? I feel like we might be thinking about two different games, but there was another one on PS Vita, or was it PSP, called Shin Budokai?
Yeah. Oh, the tag team, that was PSP. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But no.
So
PSP that I had.
Battle for Z was like a up to 4-player game. This was the first DBZ game that came out that had Beerus in it, because it came out right around the time that Battle of Gods was coming out.
Oh, okay.
It actually had Beerus right on the cover,
he was
too,
on the cover. But like the whole like idea was like it was supposed to be like almost like boss battles or something, where you'd have a team of like you and your friends, you pick your characters and you'd fight up against like the bad guys and shit. Like one of the earlier ones was like, oh, we all fight Raditz or we all fight Nappa or whatever.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay,
dude, we definitely played the demo quite a bit, because they had a free demo that only went up to like Saiyan Saga stuff, but I remember playing that a decent amount.
Okay, well, shit, we'll get. Yeah, I don't know. That one always like I see it on the PS Vita store a lot. And I'm just like, huh. Wouldn't mind, I don't know, giving it a try, I guess. I don't know. I guess I already did.
Yeah,
I guess I have no memory of it.
One of those games that I would say is fun with friends, but that's not so much a statement on the game as it is your friends. Like
Your friends.
Yeah, probably have a fun time playing anything else, because like, it's all right. It's not anything to write home about.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that, and like what Akira was talking about earlier, the tag teams on the PSP, that was kind of cool.
Was Shin Budokai tag team? I don't think it was.
I don't know if that was a total name, but I remember a DBZ tag team on the PSP.
So what I'm talking about is Shin Budokai, which is basically Budokai 3 on the PSP, but I mean, it was a smaller Budokai.
Let me ask the internet, Google.
Well, that's kind of the weird
I don't remember there
thing.
being tag teams in that.
Is that like, like Budokai 3 came out and it was such a huge hit that like games came out that were like Budokai 3, but like more, because there's Shin Budokai, there was Infinite World, which was like Budokai 3 again, but just with like more characters, a different like story mode kind of thing.
And no key struggles.
And no beam struggles, which was like that. Why would you take that out? That's like one of the best things.
Yeah. So there was 2 of them on the PSP. Sorry, yours and mine.
Oh, nice.
Yours was a Budokai, and mine was apparently Tenkaichi.
Oh shit.
So, yeah.
Tag Kaiichi.
Yeah,
nice.
This one's yours if it comes into view.
Which one? Oh, the one on the right.
Yeah. So, and then mine, I guess, was a Tenkaichi. Anyways, sorry, go on. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Didn't correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I never played it, but I like saw stuff in it. Didn't Shin Budokai have like Janemba in it?
I don't remember. I never played that one.
I feel like I saw screenshots, because like that always struck me out as like really cool, because I feel like that was one of the earlier games to like have Janemba in it, and then like with the Tenkaichis they brought him in too. But I always thought that was rad, because like Janemba, for being an absolute nothing burger of a character, has some of like the coolest fighting techniques I've ever seen.
Yeah,
so
dude,
like,
I love
so cool to play him.
Janemba's badass. I love Janemba.
Oh, speaking of
in his big form and cool form.
speaking of, it would be a crime. Speaking of Janemba, it would be a crime to not mention fighters in this conversation.
Fighters. And again, like, I know some people will find this as blasphemous. I'm actually, even though all my friends swear up to God that I'm good at fighting games, I really don't play fighting games all that much. I did a little bit. Most of the fighting games I played back in the day were Dragon Ball fighting games. The Fighters might be one of my favorite fighting games I've ever played. I think it's so goddamn fun.
Mm-hmm. It is. Unless you go against people online, then you just get like absolutely wrecked, and you're like, how did he do that 60,000 hit combo on me,
dude?
And I'm still in like bronze level right now. How did that happen?
Dude, that was me fucking playing Street Fighter. How?
Genuinely, like, I am not a competitive player at all. I really am not. I don't have any desire to be. But like, I played like one competitive match of Fighters, and I managed to win 2 out of 3 rounds, and I was like, all right, I'm quitting while I'm on top. I played one competitive match, I won, that's it, I'm done, I'm good, I'm happy.
Oh man,
that's about the extent of it.
Mike's like taking this victory and running. That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I don't know, like when it comes to like fighting games, if they have a good like first player campaign or something to play, or like I enjoy playing them with my friends, but like I've never had any desire to play those online. It just because like one of two things will happen. It'll be like there's a shitty connection either on my end or another person's end, and it's just like terrible to play, or I'll just get absolutely shit stomped anyway, and then it's like, oh, okay. I don't know.
Or even worse, like you get sucked into it, you actually get good, and then you get really far, and then for whatever reason, they have this system where if you don't play their game, your rank automatically goes down, so all your hard work just got like shat down the drain.
Yeah, but that's all those games. Is like not just fighting games. Like it's like, hey, if you're gonna play competitively, you gotta fucking keep up with it. And it's just like I ain't got time for that. And that's not how I play games. I already talked before about how I like to bounce around between games. So it's like it's just never been for me. I can't do that.
I like to soullessly devote myself to 1 to 3 games personally, and then once I've very much stopped. And I think that's a weird person. I think there's something wrong with me when it's like, I know I'm not the only one, but I there's something fundamentally wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like,
there's something wrong with me.
There's something very wrong about that where, you know, there's a bunch of other games out there that are fantastic. I have I know why, but like I own Elden Ring and I should play it and I am going to play it. I've owned Mass Effect Legendary Edition to the point where Mikey has bought it and beaten it.
And beaten it.
And I've owned it for longer than him. Because there's there's just specific games where I'm just like, oh fuck man, Gradius 5, I gotta play it. You know, like I don't know why.
Gotta beat Neo.
And it's out of nowhere. You get those urges. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I bounce it a lot between games. I'm ADD with that shit. I'll play this game for 10 minutes, switch off, playing something else for another 10 minutes, switch off, play something else. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on like the mood you're into, because like, you know, it's funny because I have been putting so much time into Elden Ring, but there are times when it's just like, you know, that game takes a decent amount of like focus. Like you really got to pay attention to what you're doing. And there's sometimes where it's just like I want to play a game, but I just want to like zone out and like not have to think about what I'm doing. And so like, you know, even if Elden Ring is like the game I want to play now, it's not always a game I'm in the mood to play. You know, so that comes into play.
Dude, I mean, I'll admit it myself right now. Having me want to play Monster Hunter Rise was like pulling teeth. It was like pulling fucking teeth. I was like dead sad. I was like, oh, but we should do Generations because I'm obsessed with that right now. And I was just like, no, but it is. We should play Rise because it's the it's the newer, more relevant game and shit. Like it was like pulling teeth, to convince me into playing Rise.
Yeah, and it was funny because like to me, like Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter. I know the games are different, like especially the newer ones versus the older ones. I get that, but like to me, like we're hunting monsters. We're doing the same thing no matter what.
I know.
So like we all got Monster Hunter right. I was the only one who had it for the longest time, barely touched it because I had no one to play with, and like finally I had people to play with. I'm like, oh sweet, now we can start streaming that. And Akira was like, but bro, we've been playing Generations, and I feel like we should stick with that. And I was just like, and I was generally surprised. Like, I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, I don't really care. But I'm just like, I didn't realize it mattered. I just thought we were playing Monster Hunter games to play them. Like,
that's what I mean about mine. That's what I mean, bro. That's you see, like that's what I mean about it.
Well, see, I love it because in that same breath, Octar, you were like, well, I don't know, Mike, because Brian doesn't even have it. I'm like, oh no, bro, I bought that shit. That was on the cheap.
I was banking on Brian to be like, yeah, I don't got it.
I was literally banking on it. I'm like, nah, bro, I have this shit.
And I already knew. That's why I mentioned it, because like, oh, now we all have it. I know that. So
I bought that shit for $25, dog.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, see, like I said, and that's even why weird. I like posted it, because I was just like, hey, if you don't have it, get it now. It's $25.
See, you insinuated that we should buy it. You never insinuated that you had bought it.
Well, yeah. I literally sent the same like message, like I'm gonna do this. This is a great price. Like,
yeah.
to be fair, remember
but you don't.
What do you mean?
Remember when Oktar said like, "Hey, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is on a really good sale." So me and Brian buy it. Nobody else bought it. Not even Oktar. We're like, oh, I thought we were doing okay. Well. We bought
I didn't know you guys bought it.
With it.
I didn't know you guys bought it.
I genuinely, because you said something, I took that to mean that you were buying it. I was just like, then absolutely, yeah, I'll pick it up. So I was really shocked to be like, oh, he didn't buy it. Like, oh, I thought, okay, well.
I thought we were gonna have like a conversation, like, okay, yeah, we should buy it or something. I thought there was gonna be like a small dialogue of being like, I just got it, or yeah, let's get it, and that didn't, and so then I just kind of like sat on it. I'll buy it. You know,
next time, there's no rush. If it's on a good sale, then fine. But like, there's absolutely no rush. It's just that like we were on like such a high from playing Mario, these tennis that I was just like, yeah, man, you tell me to buy a fun Mario Party game, I'll buy it right now. I don't give a shit. It's good content.
Right?
Oh man, Mario Tennis, dude. Sometimes go back to those streams. I really do,
dude. It's a good time. I love them.
Those are oh god. The verbal abuse that Mo had to take from me.
I have never seen you so competitive in my life.
It's Mario Tennis, Brian. I won't fuck around, all right?
I know that's like whenever I'm on your team, I'm just like, don't fuck up, Brian. Don't fuck up. Don't get yelled at. And it's funny too, because like when Akira's with me, sometimes like he's quiet. If I do something really good, you'll hear Akira really quietly like, "That was really good, Brian." I'm like, "Thank you, sir. Thank you."
Which is funny because, like, I don't think Akhtar's ever yelled at me for my bad performance in Mario Tennis, but, like, genuinely, I think you could go back and look at it and, like, I probably lose the most often whenever we play player. Like my whoever's on my team, like consistently, it's like a genuine like I'm not good at that game, but I have so much fun playing it.
But I know deep down inside you are actually like trying, because you know the mechanics of the game. You're just not like fully they don't even know the mechanics of the game still. they don't know that each button does a different type of hit.
Yeah, that's true.
That was where I'm like, I'm yelling. Like, there's no one safe. Mikey is safe because he at least tried to do the right thing. They didn't even try to do the right thing. They just keep power shotting every time, and it's not the right choice.
Sometimes you're Akhtar. Mo, why did you hit that button? No, why did you dash?
Mo, stay on your side.
Yeah. Well, no. To your point though, like, when I mess up, I'm like the first one to point it out because I know what I did wrong right when I do it. I'm like, I fucked that up. Like,
but you also
you're right because I do know the mechanics of that game. It's just that like I get it in the moment and I fuck shit up. But then every once in a while I'll do something crazy. Like there was that one time where I blocked like a slow-mo super attack or something.
Dude.
Yeah, the perfect block.
Yeah.
And it was against me. Oh, man. Oh, I was so... Oh, man. I got
Was that the moment where you skipped the replay?
That was...
Because I think it was that because, like, I did it, and I think maybe Mo or someone else I did it once before, but, like, it was something that, like, none of us could ever consistently do. And I pulled it off, and I was like, fucking yeah! And I wanted to see the replay, and I was just like, skip. And I was like, come on! I don't do anything cool in this game. I wanted to see it.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I do want you to know it was. I got so excited to keep play. I was getting off from it. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you. I was getting off to this. I was getting off to it. Okay, God. But no, most importantly, Mikey, you do know the mechanics and you can pull up. Most importantly, you stay on your fucking side.
It's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one.
You stay on your side. Just stay on your... It's such an easy... And they can't... And I tell them, Mikey, stay on your side. Just stay... And they don't do... And they're in front of me, Mikey. And it's just like... If you just did... Because they're going to hit it the other direction. And they do.
I hope you don't mean me, because I stay on my side. I stay away from you, because I don't want to get yelled at.
Dude, guy, I'm talking about the other one.
Okay. I don't want to get yelled at, so I purposely stay away from Akhtar. I see what he does.
Oh man, those
decking fucking Mo, and you just got me just in there like.
I still can't get over. I was like, Mo, we're having an impromptu team meeting. You just see my character just like waddle up to him with the tennis racket, just like, team meeting, motherfucker. Stay on your side.
Fucking game, man.
Yeah, it
Good
brings
shit.
out
Brian,
the
are you
best
okay?
of the
Your
worst
your
in us.
face is concerning me. What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Audacity's starting to act weird. So the computer's
fuck up your audio
freaking out.
again?
All right. No, it's switching my window going like this, like it's switching. I don't know. Maybe this is a good stopping point. I guess. Yeah, maybe.
It's all that
All
horse
right.
porn.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. The laptop's it's flickering between Audacity and Discord. Anyways, hey everyone, I'm sorry to close.
Thanks
this
for welcoming me.
Yeah, thanks for welcoming me. But hey, if you enjoyed what you were listening to, come join our Discord and stuff. Come hang out with us, chat with us. We got fun people on there. And then if you don't know, if you're watching this live on Wednesday, we upload these on Sunday. And if you're watching this on Sunday, come hang out with us live on Wednesday. Come sit in the chat with us. You talk to us, we'll talk to you. It's like you're part of the show. It's a good little time. And,
Watch it in both places. We need the extra views.
yeah, there you go. Support us double time. Yeah, double time. Share with your family. With your family. Yeah. Anyways, hey, while you're here on the YouTube, why don't you, I don't know, click on a bunch of things. There's nothing around me. I act like I do all the time, but there's never anything around me. But yeah, go click on. We got stuff like skits, we got music, let's plays, another podcast that surprisingly lives on there. I don't know why. And check out Fyro as well. We got a lot of good things on here. We got a lot of good, chef kissing it. Beautiful, beautiful, love it. Yeah.
As you're doing that, Akhtar just had the blankest stare. Totally unamused.
God.
But yeah, hey, without further ado, bar is closed, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys. I love you.
Love ya.
Bye.